Good day everyone, I am Julius Cesar de Pitogo, and today we're going to tackle about the forms of business organization, especially equity, or the claims of owners in the business. So what is equity? So equity represents the owner's stake in the company after all liabilities are deducted from total assets. It helps managers and stakeholders assess financial stability, guide decision-making, and determine how resources and profits should be allocated within the organization. So equity are claims of owners, and equity is simply the value you own in something after subtracting what you owe. So for example, if you own a house worth $300,000 or pesos, but still owe 200,000 on the mortgage, your equity is 100,000. So in business, equity means ownership, like how much of a company you hold. It's what remains when liabilities are deducted from assets. Equity can grow as assets increase or debts decrease. So it's what you own. So it's particularly your share. And equity has two major parts. So what are these two major parts? The first part is the owner's contributed capital. So contributed capital means it is composed of the owner's initial and additional contribution or investments and their divestments and withdrawals of the accounting reporting date. So from the word contributed capital, it means it's the owner's personal money or his contributed capital, or yeah. Next is the accumulated earnings. So accumulated earnings are the running balance of the results of operations over the number of periods of the business existence. So accumulated earnings is the result of operations in a given period, which is also called financial performance. It's either net income or net loss.
So today I'm going to talk about the common forms of business organization. So business may be organized in a great number of ways, and this refers to the different legal structures a business can have, such as sole proprietorship, partnership, and corporation. Each form differs in terms of ownership, management, liability, and how profits and losses are shared. So first, we have sole proprietorship. So it is a form of business that is owned by one individual. It is the simplest and the most common form of business organization. A business person opens a sole proprietorship for its advantages, including sole ownership means keeping all the profits, the earnings after deducting all the costs and expenses from the income and revenues of the business to the owner. Next, the owner can make all the decisions related to the business without being accountable to somebody else. Last, we have this business organization is relatively easy to form and register. So, they say that ang sole proprietorship daw is a business owned and operated by one person only. So, mao ni ang kasagaran og simple nga form of business. Ang tag-iya mo ay adunay full control sa negosyo o siya ra pod ang makadawat sa tanang profits o dali ra kini i-set up o i-register. Maong daghan daw magpili ani. So however, there are advantages of operating a sole proprietorship. So first, we have limited life. The life of the business is dependent on the life of the owner. Once the owner dies or for any reasons wants to quit, business will cease to operate under the name of the proprietor. Next, limited capitalization. Capitalization is limited by the sole ability of the proprietor to raise funds, either by his or her contribution or borrowings from others. Last, unlimited liability. Because the business and the owner are inseparable juridical personalities, the business organization is not separate from the owner when it comes to liabilities. So, kanang mahunong daw or mawala ang kanang owner, mahunong pod ang negosyo. The owner also has limited capitalization and unlimited liability, meaning to say personal assets kay mahimong maapil kung naay utang ang negosyo. So, mao ni siya ang disadvantage sa proprietorship. Next, we have partnership. It is a form of business owned by two or more persons. The details of the agreement between the partners are outlined in a written document called Articles of Partnership, which include the partners' agreement regarding capital contribution, profit and loss contribution, and withdrawals, among other matters. So, one advantage of a partnership is more partners may mean more ideas, skills, and time on how to manage the business to be successful. Kung daghan, mas daghan ideas, skills, ug time to help and manage and grow the business daw. So, however, one disadvantage is that partner may be liable sa buhat sa uban partners, meaning one partner can be held responsible for the action of the others. So, although nindot siya ang partnership, but ang naka-disadvantage lang ani kay naay uban nga or naay times nga ang partner nimo kay magsalig sa imuha. Next, we have corporation. It is a business organized as a separate legal entity under the corporation law, with ownership divided into transferable shares of stocks. It is governed by the new Corporation Code of the Philippines Republic Act Number 11232, which took effect on February 23, 2019, and begins its existence upon approval of the Articles of Incorporation by the Securities and Exchange Commission. So, advantage of corporation. It is an unlimited life and there is no need to renew its registration. The death, withdrawal, or retirement of any owner stockholders does not dissolve the organization. So, the corporation continues even if the stockholders daw die or leaves. Mo na ang naka-advantage sa corporation. Next, it can raise additional funds by selling shares of stocks to existing and prospective owners and even to the public. It can sell shares to get more capital. Last, we have shareholders are not personally liable for the debts of the corporation. The extent of their liability is limited to their ownership in the corporation, meaning to say they are only responsible for the amount of money they invested. Next, the disadvantage of corporation. It is more complicated to organize, register, and comply with the government reportorial requirements. So, mas komplikado daw ang pag-start o pag-register o pag-submit sa report sa gobyerno. So, kanang marag lisudan sila ani nga kuan nga part kanang it's more kanang complicated ra daw kuno ba. Lastly, we have kuan. It is subject to several legal restrictions as required by the Corporation Code of the Philippines. So need daw sundon ang katong mga rules daw sa katong Corporation Code of the Philippines. Kay naaman na siya sa law. So that's all for my part.
So, an OPC is a type of business structure that came from the new Corporation Code of the Philippines, RA 11232 in 2019. Ang OPC is a combination siya sa sole proprietorship, which is one person owns everything, and corporations, which is ang legal entity niya is separate siya sa owner. So, if ang business owes money, ang creditors can only go after what the OPC owns. Not the owner's personal things like their house or car. Ang OPC, kay mo padayon sigapon siya, even if ang owner is mamatay na, or dili na kayang i-manage sa owner. It's because the owner picks someone ahead of time to take over. It's flexible to if the owner wants to bring in other investors or partners later. Pwede nilang ma-turn ang OPC into corporation without having to start all over with the registrations. Also, watch out for the investment scams that promise really high returns for little effort. Real businesses offers sensible gains and are open about their history. So, always check if they're legitimate on the SEC website, sex.gov.ph. So, mauna sila. Cooperative is ang group of people who choose to get together voluntary because parehas ang ilang goals. Their goal is to help sa usag-usa with things like money, daily needs, and even cultural matters. The example for this is ang barangay farmers market cooperative. It works for both the people who are part of it and tanan part sa community, letting customers pay right away sa cash or take what they need and pay later on credit. So, that's the cooperative. Then, ang cooperative sad is a cooperative does several key things and offers good advantage sa mga members. Nag-hold og classes and training sessions para motudlo sa mga tao unsaon pagtanom og tarong and pick the right crops to grow and keep pests away from their plants. So mga wala to mga insekto mo patay sa mga panang farm. So any extra money sa cooperative makes is split among sa mga members at your end. Kung pila ilang nakuha is nakadepende kung pila ilang gi-invest sa group and how much they vote from it. The cooperative is founded sa tanan members na nag-work together, also pay back any money nga gi-own sa group. So, and it's run by some of those who put in capital, with everyone having a say in fair system where ang tanan members gets just one vote, no matter how much money they put in. So, it cares about the whole community too, by encouraging people para motabang sa usag-usa, making sure nga prices are reasonable. So, and building ways for folks to earn a living that can keep going for a long time. So, that's all.
So, to wrap everything up, this is the chapter summary. So, how a business organization is formed primarily and directly affects the financing of the business and the transactions recorded to affect the capital or equity. part of the financial statements. The common business organization includes sole proprietorship, partnerships, corporations, one-person corporations, and cooperatives. The availability of funding and the opportunities afforded make organizing business or other than a sole proprietorship or one-person corporation attractive. So, however, to whom much is given, much is also required. The scope in this work text is up to capitalization through sole proprietorship, while forms of business organizations reflect real-life business needs and situations. Many business starts as sole proprietorship and until it reaches cooperatives. So, the life lesson is that just like in business, life requires knowing when to stand alone, when to share responsibility, and when to work with others to achieve a long-term success. So, it shows that in life we must know when to stand alone, stand in your own feet, and when to share responsibilities to achieve success. So that's all for our topic for today, the forms of business organizations, different forms of business organizations. So that's all. Thank you.